Sad day, guys. Never thought we'd have to tear it down, but we're about to tear it down. What's up, everybody? So today we are going to smoke one of the shoulders or pork butts from the pig that we just had processed or butchered. It's a really very pretty piece of meat. A lot of fat on it. Little bone right here, but it should I'm put on the smoker for probably 4 or 5 hours. It ought to break down and be great. So real quick, I'm not going to show you all me doing it. You just guys are watching. This is what I do. Mustard as a binder, cinnamon sugar. This is a secret I've never shared before. And then one of our subscribers, a friend of mine, made this. It's a kind of a pork brisket rub that it's his own concoction.
It's so good.
So we're gonna try that. So
hold on, preface. We don't buy organic.
We just grabbed that by accident.
This is part of the shortage.
Oh, okay.
People don't want organic stuff, I guess. So
yeah,
I couldn't find another one, so I bought that one.
So all we're gonna do, like I said, mustard all the way around, light cinnamon sugar, quite a bit of the seasoning, and then we're gonna put it on the smoker for probably 4 or 5 hours. We've got somewhere to go tonight, so we're gonna eat dinner early. So I'm gonna go a little faster than I would, probably 235, 245 temp. And we've cooked several of these pork butts like this. This is the first time on our Pit Boss smoker we've cooked them, so I'm excited. But you make pulled pork, you can make tacos. I mean, we'll probably eat on this throughout the week. We've got a couple meals planned. What all are we gonna make? Nachos, maybe?
I'm not saying because the kids will hear and they will. I want to surprise them.
What was the baked potatoes? Yeah, loaded baked potatoes with brisket on, or pork on them. So, all right, we'll get it fixed up and we'll show y'all.
What are you doing? I felt you sniffing my leg. Are you hoping he drops something or gives it to you?
No one doesn't come in here when I eat like that.
She knows she's not usually allowed in the kitchen, but I guess for whatever reason today she's decided she's going to break the rules. The kids and Tobin love cinnamon toast, and my mom found this and bought it for him, and he is using it for all things.
Yeah, I like it. Usually we make it ourselves. I just like having, and when we put it like in a Tupperware thing, but having it in this little shaker thing is really nice. This is a secret I've never shown before, that I put this on when I smoke stuff. So you guys should be very, what's the word?
Feel privileged?
Yes. So we had somebody on a recent video ask this question. It was a great question. We were smoking some ribs, and they asked, at the time we had the ribs wrapped in foil, and they asked, why do you have them on the smoker but have them wrapped in foil? How are they getting smoked to them? And that's a great question. The question was posed very nicely. It wasn't rude at all, but they were just genuinely wondering. And so a lot of times when you smoke a brisket or a pork butt or ribs, stuff like that, at the end it's on the smoker for a long time. That's the whole point of smoking it, is low and slow, but at the end it starts to dry out. So wrapping it full kind of steams it and kind of keeps that moisture from leaving as much, and so that's why you wrap it. So like with this pork butt, probably get it to the 160 170 mark, somewhere around there, probably 2/3 of the way. Oh wow, that seasoning made me sneeze. I had to turn the camera off. Probably get this one about 2/3 of the way, 160 170 mark, and a temperature mark, and then we'll wrap it in foil and leave it out there. You could wrap it in foil. I mean, and I've done this before on smokers that are hard to keep the temperature going or hard to keep fuel in them. You can bring it inside and wrap it and put it in the oven, because at that point it's not taking any more smoke. But the cool thing about this pellet grill, it's super easy to run, so we'll just wrap it and leave it out there. On this one, I'm going to get it to about 200 degrees. That should break down all the fat and all the muscle in there, and it should be like falling apart at that point. So let's get it out there. So we can't take credit for what we're about to do. We learned it from somebody, but this, just just regular old Bush's baked beans. This is them with a twist.
Yes. So these will go on the smoker a little bit later, when we're almost
Probably last
like an hour.
Hour or two. Yeah. You can't really. I mean, they're not going to dry out. You can put them on there from the get-go, but.
Well, the problem is the bacon. You
Yeah.
want the bacon cooked through. So you want to use a reusable pan. This is that rub that Tobin was using on the pork. You can use any type of rub seasoning. And then a little bit of brown sugar. I wouldn't go heavy on these because the baked beans are already kind of sweet. So if you add too much more, you'll kind of magnify the sweetness, I guess. I'm doing this off of memory. There's an actual recipe, but I can't ever remember it. So
One thing that we put in there in the past we don't have is a chopped onion.
well, I can make it real quick. Mustard. Oh, mustard. Look, see, I'm not bougie like Tobin. I have regular mustard. I'm not using organic. I'm going to chop an onion. I'll be right back. Back to our regularly scheduled program. Grabbed an onion from out of the garden. Wish we could say we grew these beans ourselves, but we did not. But we did grow the bacon that we're about to use. So what you do is you take the bacon and you just kind of layer it however on top of the beans, and then about 45 minutes into it you're going to cut the bacon into like bits and then mix it up, and that's what's going to finish it. I'm trying to decide if I want to cut these in half. I added some more of the rub on top of it. What will happen is this will go in the smoker for like 30-45 minutes. We'll chomp up the bacon, chomp, 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 and then we'll cook it into the beans for another probably 20 or 30 minutes, and then we'll be done. Oh no! Oh no! I don't know why I panicked. I thought this was not going to come back out.
Guys, we got a little project while the food's out on the smoker, and we got the kids inside doing some chores, cleaning up their room in the house, and Shannon and I are about to tackle this one. The pool is about to be torn down and thrown away. It's unfortunate. We've gotten 3 summers out of it. We love this pool. We do not want to tear it down. You may have saw in a recent video a few weeks back, we realized we had some rust in some of the legs. A couple of them are worse than others. This one right here in particular is completely rusted out. So we looked online. We were thinking and contemplating about ordering a few legs and replacing them. And when that happened, and when that was going on, we started realizing we had some holes in the pool. About 5 or 6 total. There's one, the biggest one is right there in the middle, right there where that brown spot is. That's actually dirt that's been coming up through the pool. Between those 5 or 6 holes, the pool was losing several inches of water per day. And it was also, whenever we would get in there and swim and walk around, when you would walk by those holes, the water, or I'm sorry, the dirt would come up back into the pool, making the pool very dirty. We tried some Gorilla Tape junk to try to patch it. It didn't work, and I don't think we would have ever been able to find all of them with the pool full to do it. So between the holes and the legs rotting, we just decided that we've got our use out of it. Like I said, 3 solid years. So we're gonna tear it down, and next spring, late winter next spring, we will look into buying another pool. We may upgrade, not sure exactly what we're gonna do yet. But from what we've read online and what we've seen, you know, 3 to 4 years is about the max you can get out of these pools. So I feel like we've got our money's worth out of it. So about to start taking it down, so wish us luck.
Okay, so the pool's down. I wanted to show y'all. This is tiny kid feet that as soon as they saw the mud, they wanted to get into it. Anyways, this is where the soft spot was in the bottom of the pool, and you can see the outer edges are semi-dry. I mean, I'm walking on it. They're pretty dry. This is the liner that's like just deteriorating, but so that's the mud. So there was just water that was just pooling up underneath there and causing so much trouble. That is why I've had trouble for the past several weeks trying to keep it clean, because you would step on it and all of this mud and algae and everything was just going right back in the pool. So it was a good decision to take it down. I'll show you what the boys are doing. Since the pool's down, they have to get creative with what they want to play with. And right now they're doing the sprinkler, which Easton turned it on too soon. Hey, move our chairs. Reed, move our chairs, please.
So it doesn't get rust.
They were rescuing bullfrogs out of the water trough.
Here, hold up, I'll catch them. That's their new habitat. So we can turn this off. This is a wild boy frog in his natural habitat. I feel like it'd be easier if I turn off the water.
Did you get them? I guess we got some frogs that get up in there. And they found them, and so trying to clean the water out and give them more space.
Oh, I just made a footprint.
Do you like your new tray?
Yes, I do. Very convenient.
You like my new hairdo? Grew it myself. That looks so good. He always gives me the first bite.
I actually took a bite already. Almost always.
That's very good.
That's the bone.
It's a bone. I'll leave leave it for you to do your